so much, Arabella, and sorry you've got to have the token politician, but here we go, hey? It's just terrific to be here at the Gidget Foundation lunch again, and how great is it to be back in a room together with people? Just incredible. Look, I've got to start by addressing one of the MCs, Richard Wilkins. I know, I'm going to be really interested if you say I've got no friggin' idea what she's talking about, but go with me anyway, honey, on this. But quite a number of years ago, because I am 53 and very proud, my sister, Gay, she had a 40th birthday party, and Richard Wilkins was there, and he spoke at that birthday party. Do you remember? And you said to me, come on, go with me, mate, go with me. And he said, I got up and gave a bit of a funny speech. I talked about living on the farm and my sister, who's very Sydney, coming down to the farm, and it all been a bit of a disaster because her Gucci shoes and a Chanel handbag didn't match in with the farm mud. Anyway, and I was talking, and Richard Wilkins came up to me, and I was like fangirling a little bit, sorry, you know. And he said, oh, I really think you should go into politics one day, Bronnie. Well, honey, here I am. You remember now? You can text my sister later. Ladies, it is so amazing to be here, but mostly because of what you're doing by being here today. We are doing a really important thing, and what we're doing, and I think no one could speak more eloquently than Jamie did today. Because of her courage and because of her conviction, she got up here and she shared with you an extremely powerful story. A story that I have no doubt on every occasion and even today would be a very difficult one for her to tell. Because she has to show to you her vulnerability. She has to show to you something was wrong in a time when society, communities and people tell us should be such a joyous time. And Jamie, it is because of women like you that are prepared to tell your story that we are able to help so many people. A huge, enormous shout out to you for doing what you did here today. I think as women, we are so bloody amazing, aren't we? We are so incredible because we are such great communicators. And I think by communicating and being able to tell us stories, it gives us a certain sense of a superpower. That superpower, ladies, and the few gentlemen that are here today, be very afraid, boys. We need to keep using that superpower, and we need to keep telling our story, and we need people like Jamie to feel safe and to feel that she can tell that story. So to say to anyone else out there, it's okay with what you're feeling. I felt that before, but more importantly, I am going to put my hand up and I'm going to ask for help, because that is often one of the hardest things that we can do. We are so lucky to live in a state and a country where we're now talking about mental health. 30 years ago, we weren't talking about it. It was something that we were quiet about. We will be quiet no longer thanks to organisations like the Gidget Foundation. So ladies, open your wallets, drink the champagne. Thank you so much for being here today. And on behalf of the New South Wales Government, I know I'm going to get a little bit political, but you know, what can you do? I was a nurse for 20 years. I'm still a nurse. I actually got re-registered to be able to vaccinate. So anyone out there that needs a jab, I am your girl. But what I wanted to say to you as well, that what drove me into a public life was the fact that I married a farmer. I'm really super boring. Like, I married my year 12 formal partner. I hold really bad grudges. So I don't forgive. So once you cross me, that's it. So hence I had to marry my year 12 former partner. Anyway, he got lucky, right? Yeah. But also too, he comes from a really small town in southern New South Wales, population about 300. So there's not a lot of genetic variation. So I brought the fresh blood. And Carol and Alan, you're here tonight too, and you brought the fresh ovaries as well, I know. So anyway, I wear that very proudly, but what I will say is that what we have to do is we've got to stand up for what's right. We've got to be driven to make change. And the whole reason that I did that was because when I went to Cooma after I married my farmer, I wasn't happy with the fact that my patients, I was a cancer nurse, and I wasn't happy of the disparity in the services that they got. It wasn't fair and it wasn't right. And so I'm really proud on behalf of the New South Wales Government to work with the Gidget Foundation, because we've been able to roll out services into rural and regional New South Wales, because rural and regional women deserve what people in the city have access to as well. Oh, is that a sign? The balloon just popped behind me. Oh, sorry, I'll probably go over my time. I said to one of my amazing advisor, Tyler, today, geez, you didn't tell me I was frigging guest speaker. I thought I was up for 1 minute. So anyway, we'll just keep going. But I think for me, as a Member of Parliament, one of the most incredible things is when people come to see you, it's often a lot easier to talk about the problems and to talk about the challenges. But what makes organisations uniquely different is being able to talk about the solutions. And that's what Gidget does, and that's what Arabella does. And when we first heard the story of the Gidget Foundation within the New South Wales Government via Bridgie Glanville, who's you're like an ambassador, Bridgie, aren't you? Where are you? Yeah, she's an ambassador. Yay, Bridgie. So we heard about that and we thought, wow, they've come to us with a solution. And I'll finish up on this. And Gillian Skinner's here today, and she's an incredible woman who has mentored us all, a past New South Wales Minister for Health, just an amazing woman. But what Gillian always focused on was solutions. She'd say to us, find me the solution to deal with the problem. That's what the Gidget Foundation does. So all of you here today supporting this non-government volunteer organisation, all of you have played a part in making sure that people like Jamie and people in rural and regional New South Wales get a chance to have the help that they deserve. So I say to you, as your Minister for Women, your Minister for Mental Health and your Minister for Regional Health, thank you, Gidget, and bless you all for being here today. Go and have fun. Thanks for having me.